Good evening. Allow me to transport you to a place where the forest is a living entity, and the secrets whispered by the wilderness seem to be part of creation itself. This is the heart of the Amazon, a vast and uncharted realm. What I'm about to narrate today is an account passed on to me by an eyewitness, an incident so bizarre it defies credulity, an encounter the protagonist experienced, but which no one believes. The Green Horizon expedition and early signs. In 2018, Dr. 18 Horizon, Ana Clara, a renowned botanist, led the Green Horizon expedition with the goal of mapping a remote and unexplored area of the Amazon, on the border of Para with Amazonas. The team included geologist Marcos, biologist Rafael, and two experienced indigenous guides, Ubiratan and Jaci. The journey began by river, followed by days of trekking along almost invisible trails. The jungle was dense, and the vibrant sounds of the forest filled the air. The indigenous guides, with a tone of reverence, shared legends about forest entities and ancient spirits that protected certain places, but Ana Clara, a skeptic, listened without conviction. The expedition's tranquility began to erode after a week. Tools disappeared, only to reappear on distant branches. Deep, irregular claw marks appeared on trees near the campsite, far too high to be made by known animals. Rafael noticed that the forest animals, usually vibrant with life, became strangely silent, as if lying in wait. Ubiratan and Jaci grew visibly uneasy, communicating in whispers. They lit larger bonfires and reinforced the sentry rotations. Ana Clara and her team tried to rationalize, but the discomfort grew. One night, a putrid, nauseating odor permeated the camp, a stench of decaying flesh mixed with something wild. The smell lingered for minutes, suffocating before dissipating. The tension was palpable. Sleep became a torment. Each night, the forest sounds transformed into low growls, heavy scuffling on the ground, and a dragging sound of something massive moving around the camp. Ana Clara and Rafael's tents seemed to vibrate with a cold, invisible energy. On one of these nights, Ana Clara swore she felt an icy breath on her face, even inside the tent. The confrontation and desperate escape. The situation reached its breaking point on the 10th night. A severe storm erupted, with lightning and thunder that made the earth tremble. The incessant rain turned the ground into mud. Amidst the storm's roar, a terrifying howl manifested. It wasn't from a wild animal. It seemed to rip through reality itself, both human and primal. Everyone in the camp woke abruptly. Ubiratan and Jaci stood, spears in hand, faces contorted in terror. "She is here," Jaci whispered. In the brief flash of lightning, Ana Clara swore she saw a shadow, large, swift, moving on two legs, with eyes that glowed red and hungry, before vanishing into the darkness. Panic set in. Ubiratan ordered an immediate retreat. There was no time to retrieve Marcos, whose tent had been brutally torn open by an invisible force. It was life or death. They threw essential gear into backpacks and ran blindly through the jungle. The rain and darkness swallowed them, while howls and growls seemed to pursue them from all directions. The escape lasted for hours, a hell of branches tearing their skin and mud up to their knees. They only stopped when they reached the river and found a hidden canoe, paddling desperately until they were safe. The legacy of an unbelievable truth. They managed to return to civilization, exhausted and traumatized. Marcos's disappearance was investigated and classified as disappearance in dense forest due to lack of evidence. The story of the creature was told, but met with skepticism, with suggestions of hallucinations caused by extreme stress. "The Amazon climate affects the mind," one of them remarked. Ana Clara, the pragmatic scientist, was the most affected. The experience shattered her skepticism. She tried to convince her colleagues, showing the inexplicable marks on the trees and the impossible logic of what she felt. But the scientific community refused to believe. Rafael silently supported her, as he too had sensed the presence, but Marcos was never found. Ubiratan and Jaci merely confirmed. The forest holds its secrets, and it protects them. The Green Horizon expedition was concluded. The area where Marcos vanished was declared dangerous. Dr. Ana Clara abandoned field research, but the sparkle in her eyes was never the same. She carries the burden of an encounter no one believes, a truth that torments her. The creature of the Amazon remains there, unseen by most, a shadowy guardian of even deeper secrets. Its howl still echoes in Ana Clara's memories, a reminder that there are things in this world that the human mind refuses to accept, yet they exist. And in the vast and untouched heart of the Amazon, it continues to lurk, waiting, protecting, and perhaps ensuring its secret is never truly unveiled. Good night.